Yo, Flurs, how are you all doing this evening? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you. Yeah, so tonight we're going to have space cakes. We
Yeah.
got PJ Cruikshank, Paul, and Spuddy Taylor in Element. How are you guys doing?
Yo, Flaps.
All good, all good. Like I say every now and again, Jesus still loves us and the ass still flat. And hit the likes, everybody.
Yeah, please do hit the likes and don't forget to share the show. It really does help. Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, so tonight is space themed. As you can see, I'm in my astronaut suit.
Whoa, for real.
So
Wow.
yeah, I don't really have anything planned tonight. Tonight is just a bit of space chat and stuff. So it's good to see you guys in. I was so worried like no one's gonna show up to talk tonight, uh, but it's good to see you guys. Yeah, thank you all for coming. And then I'm just gonna say everybody in chat, thank you for coming. Really appreciate you. We got Alan Norstrand, Ian, Jeff Concal, Derek Nelson, The Zorg. Hello, PJ Cruikshank, Arwen. Thank you for coming. LVA, Paul, Richard G. Good to see you too. Mandela Effect, Jonathan. Thank you for coming, mate. Who else did I see there? Signastep, thank you for coming. And Yannick, hello. Dramatia Wombat. Thank you guys all for coming. It's good to see you all. And then obviously Paula's also in. Thank you all for coming. It's great to see you all here. So yeah, tonight, if you guys have any requests of a video about space you want us to go through, tonight's your night. Send us those videos so we can talk about it and review it. And yeah, that's a cool thing. Hey, Effie Nation, good to see you. I'm glad you like my spacesuit. By the way, our AI generated it.
Nice. Can you turn your head like that astronaut did when he was spacewalking that time? Can you turn the helmet round? No, or just the head?
No, just the head. No,
Just the head. Oh.
sorry. No.
Well, now, at least you've got a real spacesuit then, because that guy's definitely fake because the head's span. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yours is real.
Hey, Mystical Rock Hounding Fossils, good to see you, mate. So yeah, guys, I created this my spacesuit out of AI technology, so you know it's true.
Yeah. I think it's made from nanobots, isn't it?
Yeah. You see, it's so difficult to find an actual the right image you're looking for. So yeah, I had to get it AI created.
Yeah.
Does it have zips?
Sorry?
Does it have zips?
No, because I want to try keep it as how can I put it, keeping with the laws of nature as well as possible, because the zip is definitely going to have issues when it comes to entropy. So I use strontium cold welding zips. So this is a once-off suit. Every time we take it off, you have to just destroy it and recreate it again. So they use the jaws of life to take it off of me.
Nice.
with the built-in snorkel.
Yeah. It's even got air conditioning in here, guys. I mean, this is like state-of-the-art stuff.
Well, you'll need it, won't you?
Yeah.
Big old vacuum.
It's so awesome. It actually pushes out gas from the suit outwards, so there's almost like an atmosphere around my suit.
Wow, that's
And
amazing.
bubbles in space.
And bubble. Well, that's actually how I catch my oxygen to breathe. I recycle the bubbles. So as soon as the bubbles leave and it floats away, I catch it and then it goes back through my system.
So are you on the watt factor, or are you just doing 17,500 miles an hour? Are you on the watt factor?
17,500 is for children, man. I do 930,000 light years an hour.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's good to see you guys. Yeah. So yeah, tonight is space. Spuddy and PJ, you guys, is there anything specific about space that has caught your attention today?
Today, not today, but I always like going on about the moon landings, because everybody knows that they actually went up there, didn't they, and landed on a big rock, and they played golf and stuff, and had a big Land Rover, a big moon rover. And a big rover up there that they fit in a little module, and do you know what I mean? They fit in that little thing, and they built it outside with that big fat gloves and everything. So I mean, if they had your spacesuit, they would have been more proficient. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're watching now a live official NASA broadcast spacewalk. Look how awesome this looks. Wow. It's so realistic. I don't know if you guys see on the side, yeah, you actually see cables and stuff moving. Really odd stuff. I don't know why would that be. So yeah, I don't really have anything tonight. That's I say I couldn't find anything specifically, so that's why I said let's have a chat tonight. So anybody that wants to let us review a space-related video tonight,
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
this is your night. Let us know, and we'll check it out. Or just if you want to come talk about space, share your pain, Globers, on why you think space is real, so we can break your heart and explain why it isn't.
That's it.
Could we maybe talk about nebulas in space?
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
Gas clouds in space, how they're possible.
We can.
Have we got an actual real picture of a real nebula?
Well, you can see Orion's nebula with the eyes, apparently. You know.
Oh, right, I see.
Okay, yeah, let's go look for Orion's nebula.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Anything in space that's meant to be, well, there's nothing in space, obviously, but anything they talk about in space that's meant to be gas, how? The sun's a big gas star. You know what I mean? Jupiter's a big gas planet. How is that possible? You know?
Yeah.
Anti-expanding gas. It's magic gas.
Yeah, of course.
And
exactly.
This all based on a belief system which is not a force holding it down.
Exactly.
The funny thing is the Globers don't seem to understand that we have things called natural laws.
Mm-hmm.
And it means it has a tendency for nature to work a certain way. And we all know that high pressure will always go to low pressure if adjacent to a surrounding system. So if that nebula is a gas and it's in the space to fill, why is it not filling up that space? Level Up is going to try streaming from Rumble in about 4 hours. Yeah, guys, Level Up has got a Rumble account and she's going to start streaming from there. So you guys, if you want to, please do join her on Rumble and watch her stream. I can't stream on Rumble yet. I have created a Rumble account, by the way. I just don't have anything on there yet. Travis Fritz, good to see you, says Eric Dubay has some interesting videos. Okay, we can go look at Eric Dubay.
Yeah, it's a good. I haven't heard of Eric Dubay in a long time, actually. I haven't seen anything from him in a while.
Ooh, the Illuminati flame. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I see people are still pushing the accelerating Earth for some reason.
Really? I mean, wow. I really thought, like, when I'd heard about the accelerating Earth being a Flat Earth Society PSYOP thing, I was like, I really didn't think I'd hear much of it again, and now it's being pushed as an actual thing. It's really bad.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So Spuddy.
Yo.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you on, mate. I'm really appreciate you coming.
Definitely.
No problem, man. No problem.
Hey, not a cop. Bill, how's it going, mate?
What's up? Hey.
It's good to see you, mate.
Oh, yeah. Glad to be here. What's going on?
Don't worry, Matt. Neil's not here.
We're just having a little chat tonight. Tonight's just a space-related chat. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Neil's always accusing me of looking like a cop. So.
Hey, Charlie Girl. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Charlie. How you doing? I did send you back a text earlier on. I don't know if you've looked at it yet. But how are you doing? It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Charlie Girl, and everybody there. So yeah, Bill, what do you think about my spacesuit?
Don't fart.
But I can, because you see, I got a very special suit. It recycles every gas I have. My backpack is made from Gravity Industries. So
What does Aaron mean by that? Aaron Armstrong, good luck with getting Gloobers on any longer. What does that mean?
Aaron Armstrong is just buttered because he was banned from Element.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Neil didn't ban him at all when he was Neil, definitely wasn't Neil.
Is there flexibility in your spacesuit, or is it rigid?
No, it's rigid because unlike, all that flexible nonsense that these astronauts have, I try and keep with adhering to entropy laws. So like I said, I don't even have zips. I have cold welding antimantium suction. So as soon as it cold welds itself together, the only way to get the suit off, you have to use the jaws of life, and then I just have to recreate the suit again when I want to use it. So it's kind of a once-off thing.
It's a tedious process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And I got a Nintendo processing unit in my wristwatch, just like they had with the Apollo moon landings, because I found out it's much more superior to all the technology we got today, so we can return to space and beyond, because I want to go to the moon.
Absolutely. That is amazing.
Hey, Jeff Gassett, good to see you, mate. Yeah. So, yeah, how much shit can we make up in one evening? We can talk about rockets in space. How's that?
Why not?
Can rockets work in space, guys?
No.
And why is that, PJ?
Well, because there's nothing to push off in space. There's no you can't have any thrust. If it's meant to be a vacuum and there's no air, there's nothing to push off. There's no thrust, so it would stay stationary.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing these guys don't understand. When we are here on Earth, we have you have almost like back pressure, you can say. You have friction. When you are in space, there's no friction to have that push off, you could say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And the more they try and say, oh, it does work in a vacuum, and then we ask them, okay, show us a demonstration of this. We don't get any demonstrations because they can't. And when they do try, it doesn't work.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Actually, I want to get some photos and videos on this. Rockets in a vacuum. Jarvis, please search rockets in a vacuum.
Nice, I like it.
Okay, there are rockets in a vacuum. Yep. Okay. I think I'm going to have to download it. Download. Yeah, guys. So, place 1 in chat if you think rockets do work in a vacuum, and place 2 if you say it's impossible to work in a vacuum. These damn adverts. Sickening stuff. Okay.
There are
2.
no wrong answers. Just put 2.
Yeah, just put no wrong answers, just put 2. Yeah. Hey Jimmy, thank you for coming, mate. Glad you can make it. Have you ever thought that maybe Newton was wrong as well with his mechanics, classical mechanics?
Yeah, like I said, I don't think that apple hit him in the head. I think it was a coconut or something, or a watermelon, well, it wouldn't be a watermelon. They come from the ground, don't they? Well, accelerating Earth, you never know. It could have hit him right in the head.
Hey, Julie. Julie's on screen, guys. Say hi to my DJ.
Oh my Hiya, Julie. I wasn't expecting you. Beautiful. Are you good? I know you can't answer me, but you can text me and say you are.
Okay. I'm sure everybody can see the screen right now. This is from Warped Perception, I think whatever his name was. This is them trying to prove rockets have thrust in a vacuum and failed miserably. There's your scale. First problem I saw with this, guys, this box. The thrust is right by everything. I mean, they got even blocks to try and strengthen it. What happens when gas hits a surface? It creates pressure.
Yeah. Sorry, I was about to answer. Then I read what Aaron said. He's yeah, okay. You're aware it wasn't Neil. That's fine. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Aaron.
But yeah, it's very simple, guys. As soon as they let the rocket ignite, that gas is going to fill the available volume. So therefore, it's not going to be a vacuum any longer. And you can see it has no thrust until it actually fills the vacuum with that gas. And that thrust that it has is in a small box. So yeah, it's hitting off of surfaces, which gives it the pushback. But before it fills it up, it has no thrust whatsoever.
How do you light the fuse in the chamber, in the vacuum chamber? No combustion.
Yeah, they add oxygen to the mix.
Oh, right. So.
Yeah, but look at that. Even with the oxygen mix, they struggle to get the combustion. Oh, and by the way, guys, and since this is a vacuum, why is the smoke going up? Anybody thought of that? I thought gas goes down, go boom boom.
Yep. Gas go down, go boom boom. It bounces everywhere. Like boing, 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 boing. Over there, over there, over there, over there. It just does not go down, go boom boom.
Let's see. Okay. But yeah, guys, there's a huge problem with this box. I mean, they could have at least made a bigger chamber, because that's why don't they ever go to the Sandusky chamber? It's nice and big, and then try and test this out there. Why? Just doesn't make sense, does it? Because I mean, I think if they had to show you a small scale rocket inside the Sandusky vacuum chamber, it wouldn't work. Then they would have to explain how they get their so-called rockets to work in space. But as soon as they demonstrate it's not working, then they kind of made themselves dug a hole for themselves.
Well, to be fair, I'm sure that Chambers already scheduled for feathers and bowling balls.
Feathers and bowling balls. Yeah, exactly. And then when they did that, all they did was show they removed the medium. So yeah. So relative density disequilibrium at its finest. Aaron Armstrong says, I'm willing to donate Neil's car deposit once I get an apology for me blocked by who blocked me. And Keith admits he deleted frames without explaining originally. What?
That's a bit of a ultimatum, though, to say that. You know what I mean? I'll give Neil something if I get an apology. That's not very nice, dude.
I hope he's not counting on Neil to sell out for
monetary gain. So it's sort of like dirty money.
Exactly.
Do these guys think that we don't have integrity? I mean, I've been having the same problem with Wolfie and all of them. Oh, I'll give you money if you just do that, blah, blah, blah. You know what, Aaron? I don't think people want your money if that's the attitude you got. How's that?
Exactly.
We actually have integrity. And if you think you can buy your loyalty or whatever, it's not how it works. You can then go to the Glober channels and do that. Because we don't care about what we're going to call it dirty money. Okay, let's carry on. This rocket in a vacuum.
It failed.
Ooh. Music. Why is it always music?
Turn the world.
What is with these guys and music?
Hey,
but why is it?
Strange. So this is our third attempt here, and it was a failure, as you saw in the footage.
Third attempt, it was a failure. Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, guys, if you want to help Neil, please do help him with a deposit for his car. Really appreciate it, guys. Because it should be something you want to do to help.
Yeah. Shouldn't be given under like some kind of like ultimatum. I'll do this for someone if they do this for me. If someone does this for me, that's not right.
Exactly.
So my recommendation is, these guys didn't think this was going to be a problem. I did, however. I called it. I said, this thing may give us issues to light. So the next thing that I suggest is I think we should seal it up. So I'm going to modify this.
Gonna modify it some more. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be maybe fourth time lucky, guys. Let's see.
Attempt. And what we did different this time is we made.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hi, Brian Shuka. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. We're trying to see if rockets work in a vacuum.
A ruptured disc on the outside of the nozzle, and this is going to hold atmospheric pressure inside of that rocket motor until ignition occurs. And the idea is this thing's going to pop out, and the motor's going to light, ignite, and burn normally. That's the key word. Burn normally.
Burn normally. Yeah. Attempt number 4, guys. What do you think just happened here?
Not a vacuum anymore.
Exactly. So rockets don't push off in a vacuum because once it's filled up, it's not a vacuum anymore.
It would have to be constantly sucking that air out to
Exactly.
maintain the vacuum.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. That just goes to show that there's no natural occurring vacuums anywhere on Earth. You know what I mean?
I don't even think it would take 2 seconds to fill up, Mandela. It's more like a second, as you saw there. Boop. Watch in slow motion. Ooh, so dramatic. And you saw it, the gas already hit this block here. As you can see, it's chipping.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's really releasing gas. Remember, gas moves very fast, guys. So it fills that vacuum chamber up immediately. And what do we know? It hasn't got any push yet. Until, there we go. Once it's filled, now it starts giving thrust. But it first had to actually not make it. So it doesn't work in a vacuum because it's no longer a vacuum before it has thrust. Weird how that works. And note, this thrust is pushing off of this block. It's pushing off the walls. It's pushing off more blocks. And it's a very small chamber.
Yeah, I mean,
might as well have just blown up a balloon and let go.
Yeah, I dare say it would have hit the bottom of the container. You know what I mean? The other end of the container, that thrust. So, yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, that's why I say, with 5mm perspex.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I think I would tell this guy to go and do it again. This time, create a proper vacuum chamber with a lot more volume to fill. You know, if you're trying to make a actual honest demonstration, you would know that this is just far too small to do with what they're claiming.
Yeah. Mandela effect on, I would say, very, very poor experiment. I wouldn't call that an experiment, dude. I'd call that a demo.
Well, it could be an experiment because the cores what they're trying to see is if they take the air out, aka vacuum, would it still have thrust? So it
Right,
could
yeah.
be. It could be.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
So they're removing the medium to see if it still gives the thrust. But the problem is when they remove the medium, and because they don't think of the size or anything, once it's filled, it's no longer a vacuum, and therefore it negates their whole so-called hypothesis.
There. Paul's in Twitch saying hello.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, thank you for joining in Twitch, mate. Good to see you there. Ooh. Oh. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, so that was rockets don't work in a vacuum. Let's see, maybe he says something about this.
Not only did our solid rocket motor burn in a vacuum, but it also produced thrust
No, false.
during those initial moments of ignition, which is
False. That's a lie. Listen.
you can see that was a success. Not only did our solid rocket motor burn in a vacuum, but it also produced thrust during those initial moments of ignition, which is exactly what I was looking for to support Newton's third law. Because any thrust produced under these conditions is produced off of the pure reaction of the fuel burning and not from the thrust pushing against air or an atmosphere.
Which you just showed false because it just filled the vacuum chamber before it gave thrust.
Yeah. Why did the hand go backwards before it went forward?
Because of pushback on the scale.
Yeah.
The thing is, as soon as that capsule let go of that oxygen inside there, it expands out to full available volume.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it fills up the vacuum. So no longer a vacuum.
That's it.
And
Now,
then
something
you
that I
thrust.
found really interesting was where the main ignition occurred. If you look closely at the high-speed footage, you can see the majority of the gas started to ignite in the vacuum chamber, not right behind the rocket motor.
Yeah, showing that it filled the chamber and therefore not a vacuum. So he debunked his own argument.
As I would expect. I'm not sure why that is, but that looked pretty cool. Regardless of the gauge readings for our vacuum chamber, the vacuum was obviously sufficient because this was our fourth attempt.
No, it wasn't sufficient. Definitely not.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. Not at all.
So yeah, guys. Any other videos you want to go through? So yeah, what can we take through with this? No vacuums in space. So,
Definitely. Rockets, definitely. If there was such a thing as space, rockets wouldn't work with that.
nope.
If there's anybody in chat got any videos to suggest or anything to do with space, that'd be cool.
Jim Smith, using a bowling ball and a skateboard in an Atmo environment, aka you got friction, is not the same as doing a rocket test in a vacuum chamber. It's very, very insane. You need to change the volume. I mean, so-called space is supposed to be this huge, infinite expanding universe. You know, the more it expands, the greater the expansion, or as I can put it, the greater the space to fill, and therefore the lower the pressure, the volume. So the greater the volume, the lower the pressure. So as it's expanding, it's supposed to make it easier for gas to go and expand into it, and therefore have less of an effect. So you not going to help to use such a small chamber. You need a much larger chamber. So I suggest getting contact with the Haier and Sandusky vacuum chamber and asking them, can we use your vacuum chamber so we can do a small rocket test? Yep, those little chambers can be filled with gas quicker than they evacuate. Exactly, Arwen. Hey, Tis the Count. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
Was it Aristotle who first said that a vacuum is nothing and nothing cannot exist?
Exactly.
That's where we get nature abhors a vacuum.
Exactly. In
Does.
nature, you don't really get a vacuum.
And then I think it was Plato who defined nothing. He said it is what rocks think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Michelle Thaler, we are just cousins of far distant rocks. Jimmy says, if it's just friction, then the mass wouldn't matter. So it would matter if you throw a balloon or a bowling ball. It really makes no difference. Yes, friction makes a difference, mate.
Is it just friction then? What?
If you on the ground and you have a bowling ball and you throw the ball, it's almost like recoil, you could say.
Yeah.
Opposite and equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
Because you actually have something to have a mechanism for that moving. If you are in a vacuum and there is no friction around you and gas comes out, the behavior of gas simply shows you it fills the available space, available volume. So therefore the energy will just be dissipated to fill the space. It will not give you any equal opposite reaction. Just like the guy just showed. Because he only had thrust once, the gas already filled the available volume. I wonder if any Globers would like to come and actually have a chat.
More than likely not. Huh.
Hey Globers, any wanting to chat? Come present to us why you think space is real.
It'd be cool. I mean, look. I mean, if you look at the poll, what does the poll say?
Let's
I
see.
mean, it was highly in their like advantage earlier on. So what was it
Yes,
saying now?
space is a joke. Out of 87 votes, yes 32%, no 60%, and it has to be 8%.
If it's no, 60-odd%, come and show us. Simple. You never do. You come into the poll, always make the poll bend to your side, but you never come in demonstrate anything or talk about anything, to be honest.
Exactly. So look how awesome this control center is, guys. Let's see on our screen some computer graphics and see on the monitor some computer graphics and then state that this is really truly what we are seeing. Weird how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy's too scared to come speak to us, you know. That's just how they are. Let's go watch some spacewalk stuff. Rewind it a bit. So Google, bowling ball, skateboard. Already been through this. I don't think people understand what a false equivalence is. The fuel is expelled at high velocity. That's where the opposite reaction is. Gas fills the available volume instantaneously, aka entropy law. It does not have any exchange of energy. Let's see if I can quickly find that video quickly to show you.
I'm going to compare that to like the throwing the bowling ball off the computer chair or thing.
Yep.
But even then, you'd need trillions of bowling balls.
Yeah, exactly.
One of these bulbs,
Yeah, exactly.
Or an endless supply, at least.
Okay, I want them to listen to the words coming out of his mouth. Listen to the words, Globies. Just listen. Hey, New Leaf Nelly, good to see you.
one of these bulbs, some bromine, and in the other, I have a vacuum. And if I open the tap between these two, you will see spontaneously the bromine rush from one to the other. Now that is the simplest change we can have, perhaps, because all that happens...
Listen now, guys. All that happens, very specific wording here. All that happens, hey Tony, hey Dustin Bones,
is a change in entropy.
is this change in entropy. That's it. That's all that happens is a change in entropy. This is the important part. I think I might have to play this a few times till Globus get this. Listen.
In this case, the expansion into a vacuum, nothing else is involved. There's no energy change, there's no temperature change, there's no change except entropy.
Okay, let's do that again. Listen again.
In this case, the expansion into a vacuum, nothing else is involved. There's no energy change, there's no temperature change, there's no change except entropy.
So tell me again how it creates a force for a rocket to work. Because this is exactly what's happening. As soon as that rocket ignites, it lets the air fill the available volume. So therefore, there's no propulsion. Because all that energy is just free energy. It just releases into the available space. There we go. It's quite simple to understand, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew, exactly. Wouldn't matter any way he hold it, because gravity has no effect. Gravity is fake. There's no such thing as gravity. I got that on my computer, Yannick. I don't have the link for that video, to be honest.
The original meaning of gravity, yes, there is, because it means weight, doesn't it?
Gravitas.
Yeah, gravitas. But when it comes to their space monkey gravity, then no such thing.
Exactly. Ooh. Let me stand here and pose for the camera with his suit. That looks so real, guys.
Yeah, man. You seen the one with the floppy vault door?
Yeah. Remember, NASA's the ones with the floppy doors.
The floppy doors, yeah.
Yeah, they love having floppy doors. They don't know what. I actually had someone telling me there's no such thing as a natural law today.
There's no such thing as a natural law. Okay.
Yeah. So globies think there's no such thing as entropy, guys.
No. So we'll just live forever then.
So in other words, when we have a natural tendency, aka natural law, for things like hot to go to cold, for high to go to low, it's not a natural law, it's not a natural tendency. Because that doesn't exist. It's just in our imagination, guys. Your coffee gets cold. You're imagining it. There's no such thing as coffee getting cold.
That's not.
Yeah.
Huh.
See what I mean? How the hell would you expect an astronaut to do anything if it takes him this long just to unhook? Look how he's struggling just to unhook that.
When you go out there, you might see them with a tool in their hand, but they don't do anything with it. They just like look at the panel. They like might tap it a couple of times. You know what I mean? They'll turn around and their heads actually turn and stuff. You know what I mean? In space.
I don't think he but you understand what I'm saying? Look how long it took him just to unhook. And now they want you to think that the astronauts were on the moon taking photos with a Hasselblad film camera. But it takes him 5 minutes just to hook a hook off. To unhook something. It's like, what? And they expect to believe that they built this ISS in space, traveling 17,500 miles an hour. Yeah. Is that CGI?
And what do they do while they're up? What do they do while they're up there? They play with water and do somersaults. Like
no
experiments, no science.
No, that is very serious stuff. As Petit says, they take this very seriously.
Yeah, of course. And then an electrical environment, playing about with water, with that frizzy hair and that, like washing the hair and that. It's just going everywhere. Do you know what I mean? There's no seals or anything. It's just ridiculous. You wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
And I mean, like I said yesterday, I mean, if an environment was like that was real, look how smelly they'd be. They'd be so stinky, like changing their pants once a week, the socks once a week, sharing that same poop shoot. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy.
Check out these cables here, guys. What's that? Why do they
Wow.
have cables going across? And like I said, oh, it's so it can stay linked so it doesn't fall off the ISS.
Is that cable not linked to him?
Yeah, it's supposed to be linked to him there.
Mm.
But look how stiff it is, I would say.
Yeah.
Almost like it's making him not float in the water.
Mm.
So you know your orientation kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this, Andrew Culver? You're saying Paul Dal shows you with a bottle of water and air. What does Dal show us? Dal debunked himself.
He did.
Let's go. Let's go show this again, just for the people that.
Take it back. It shows you. He debunked himself without a doubt.
Let's show you his latest demonstration. This one, and then I'm going to show you again because I have shown it live. How he literally debunked the accelerating Earth. Okay. Pay attention to this water bottle. It is now falling, okay? And he's saying it's not falling, it's the Earth rising to meet the bottle. So therefore, there's no density displacement. Okay. I want you to see, it's busy falling. And while it's falling, what is happening? There's still movement. Why? Because there's still momentum, conservation of momentum. Then it's all going to be accelerating at the same value. So they're all accelerating together. And therefore, it's not going to show any movement between the three. But what happens when the bottle starts going a bit sideways? That's when you guys got to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, do I really have to download it just to show this piece?
Ridiculous. It started working a while ago as well, where you didn't have to download it at all.
Yeah, exactly. But look, we just watched NASA live, no issue.
Yeah.
Which is like hours and hours long. This is a 3-minute video. And now it buffers. Okay. Let's quickly download it. Exactly, Richard. How do you keep a straight face and say the Earth is rising up?
Exactly.
I can't. I wouldn't be able to.
How do you take in all the other factors like the moon, the sun, and that? Just, you know what I mean? Is that meant to be rising at the same time? Is the stars meant to be rising at the same time? It's just, it's all just, it makes it more convoluted.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Okay, let's show you. I want to get to where he's showing was around here. Okay, there we go. Okay, you see it's dropping and this is still dropping. Let's go back. He's going to drop it. It's moving while he's dropping it, correct?
Yeah.
We're going to see now. When he's dropping, you're going to see this still moving down. Watch this. Okay, so let it go. Pay attention how far it is from here. He's already dropped it. There, it's still dropping while he's dropping it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Dal, the claim is the bottle is not falling. The Earth is rising up towards the bottle to meet it. So therefore, it should have stopped straight away, instantaneously. But it didn't. Why? Because it was the object moving, not the Earth moving. It has what we call impulse. Now, it's going to accelerate at the same rate until the bottle goes a bit sideways. Then see what's going to happen, guys. Whoopsie. which way is it going? Towards the ground, towards the sides of the bottle, which is going closer towards the ground. So therefore, it is still moving even in the accelerator frame, which he says is not due to the bottle moving, but the Earth moving up to meet it. He debunked his own argument. There we go. It's moving. Relative. Well, it's still moving. Uh-oh. That's why we say when it reaches terminal velocity, it will debunk your argument. Because then it will still, once it reaches terminal velocity, start moving again. Thank you, Dell, for showing again your argument is mute and debunked thoroughly. So anybody who says the Earth is accelerating upwards, take a gander at this demonstration. Until you get it in your thick skulls, the Earth is not moving. Thank you.
Has Dell addressed any of this or just doubled down?
He's totally ignoring me on this, by the way.
You had that one conversation, didn't you?
Yeah, that one conversation that he came on and started calling me names and calling me a coward because he got triggered and can't accept that he's wrong.
You're a fruitcake, Flats. You know that, man. You're a big fruitcake. I'm telling you, man.
Which is sad because the guy preaches all the time. Yeah, he'll humble himself, and if he's wrong, he'll admit it. Well, he's shown wrong. Why is he not humbling himself and just saying, yeah, I'm wrong, I'm sorry? Why?
He's mixing up humility and pride. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, the practical argument shows it not accelerating. So I don't know why Dal wouldn't want to actually just say, yeah, I'm for truth, so therefore I was wrong, I'm sorry. And I mean, it's very simple stuff. Jim Smith, still going on about Newton's third law. Why don't you come on the show and talk about Newton's third law? How's that sound? I mean, it should be easy. Hi.
Flatzoid?
Yes, how's it going?
Could you explain Dell's claim to me? I don't know where he stands. Is he a glober? Is he a flat earther? Or what? I don't know.
He's a flat earther, but he pushes the flat earth society bullshit. He says Earth is accelerating upwards to meet the object. It's not the object falling. The object is decelerating when it drops because Earth is meeting up towards. But he says Earth's not accelerating up while it is accelerating up. It's very confusing, actually.
So what has he observed in nature to assume that we're accelerating upwards?
A water bottle displaces water when you accelerate.
What is that natural? Is it?
That's what he claims.
Is that a natural phenomenon that is observed?
Apparently.
Right.
But let me quickly...
What about all the natural analogy?
But we've debunked this again. I mean, I've already done a presentation on this. Where is my presentation? Can't remember where I saved it.
I think it'd be cool for us to have a Mandela Effect stream again. Get Bright State with him.
Oh, yeah.
He'd say he'd be available at the end of the month, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to do a Mandela Effect thing again. It was quite cool.
I mean, he streams a lot. He streams more than you, Flax.
These days he does, yeah. He's on a roll. Guys, do subscribe to Brian Stavely. He does stream a lot. If you're interested in the Mandela Effect, definitely go and Go and subscribe to... there's my presentation. To Brian Stavely. Okay. This was me trying to explain why it doesn't work. See, let me show you, Spuddy. Let's see, where is it? Because I even give the mechanics on why it's just RDD. This is him. Water bottle. If it's accelerating with a water bottle, he says you see the water goes to the back of the bottle while accelerating. That's his argument. You understand? Just like when they say a air balloon in a car and accelerates, it goes forward because it's less dense. Do you understand that, Spuddy?
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
Okay, I might have to draw it. So his argument is, if you're accelerating forward in a car, the displacement shows in the direction. So if this is water and that's air, it's showing towards the accelerated reference. So in this case, it was the car. As soon as you accelerate, the water goes to the back and the air moves to the front. Now he's saying what you do is you just take this. You just take this and you flip it up like that. That's why we have density layering, because the Earth is rising up constantly at 9.8 meters per second squared. But at the same time, he's not saying it's accelerating. That's Dell's argument.
No.
I'm kind of lost.
So,
to be honest.
So in other words, you saw, you understand general relativity.
Yeah.
Just like they explained with the reference frame of the rocket, you and everything in the rocket is seeming to you that the apple is falling inside the rocket. But that's only due to your reference frame, because if you see the reference frame, the whole rocket and yourself is the actual everything moving up. But you only see the object move because you are in the accelerating reference frame. You are in the inertial.
Yeah.
So he's saying we are, in fact, in the inertial. So therefore Earth is the rocket and we are on the rocket going up through space. But I don't know.
Right, yeah.
But the thing is, he says space doesn't exist, so I don't know what he's saying we're going through.
I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. And he'll also claim that I don't say Earth is accelerating up. What else are you claiming with what you're saying? It's something you can't be claiming. But how can it be if you're not claiming space? What are you going up into? You know what I mean?
There's nothing.
It's a big contradiction. Walking oxymorons, man.
Andrew Calvert, it's all good for Dell to do demonstrations and everything. All power to him. It's good. I love that. But the problem is he's taking conclusions based on ignorance and a bias to what he wants it to be. His demonstration that I just showed you showed that his argument is bunk. It's false. I did a whole presentation, guys, explaining why it's wrong and gave the actual mechanism behind the movement. Because his argument is flat earth society bullshit, and it's exactly what the globe claims. The globe claims, based on general relativity, the Earth is rising to meet the object, just like he's claiming the Earth is rising to meet the object. There is no Earth movement at all. Let's watch Raichi's video, because I know Raichi still supports that.
Defined.
Defined. Maybe this will work without downloading.
I am surprised that Raichi supports this. I really am.
I mean, Raichi, she's awesome. Raichi's ace, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what surprised me.
She's very clever. I think she's just kind of stuck in this for some odd reason. I don't know why.
I do remember her saying she was debunked by Sleeping Warrior at one point. I think she may have changed her mind. Not sure.
Probably falsely debunked. She probably thought she got debunked, but wasn't actually. Yeah.
Whoop! Someone's in.
Whoop it in. Oh, it's Neil's in.
Neil. Hey Neil, how's it going? Ooh,
What's happening, gents?
goods and yourself.
I know.
Good to see you, man.
Okay, let's do this. Rachie, guys, if you haven't already, do subscribe to Rachie. She has an awesome channel and it's growing.
How we know there is no downward force or acceleration on objects?
So you can see at the bottom of the bottle, the air bubbles in the water just completely stop and just stand still.
Yeah, because they're all accelerating at the same rate. Been through this, yeah.
The density of the bubbles is obviously less than the density of water, yet they are not rising. Downwards acceleration, known as gravity, F equals mg. Buoyancy equals rho gv. The water has mass and is apparently being accelerated down at 9.81 meters per second squared due to gravity.
No. You see, that's where it's wrong, guys. The globe claims it's gravity. We know gravity is just nonsense. It's relative density disequilibrium, and I gave the actual mechanics behind it because you have what you call impulse and momentum, and that is what gives the mechanical force to move. Gravity is not a force, so therefore it cannot move. It either violates F equals ma, or F equals ma debunks gravity, so they have to choose one or the other. You need a force for a mass to have acceleration. This is simple fact that's been shown to be demonstrated over and over. Andrew, the thing is, many people disagree with many things. That is how life works. We don't want to have the same opinions on anything. So I don't know what the issue is that she's a moderator on my channel just because we don't agree on something.
Enter other claim here.
We are global moderators at one point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't see what the issue is, though. Just because we don't agree on something doesn't mean we can't be on the same team or whatever.
Yeah, example, electrostatics, RDD, etc. F equals ma or F equals mg. We know air bubbles rise in water due to being less dense, /buoyancy, /electrostatics, or whatever you claim. Yet when falling, they don't rise. Where did RDD or buoyancy or electrostatics or whatever you claim go? The downwards force...
It didn't go anywhere. It went exactly the same place. Remember what, like I said, if they're all accelerating at the same rate, how is something going to force itself through the medium? If the medium and the air bubble and the bottle are all accelerating at the same rate, therefore they're imparting the same force together at the same momentum, there cannot be any differential.
In the water would be more than the downwards force on the bubbles, yet the bubbles don't rise as they do when attached to earth.
Just for music's sakes, you know what?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely copyrighted music, isn't it?
Yeah. You see, this dog is falling. They are falling. That phone is falling. The plane is falling. They are all falling at the same rate.
Yep.
Okay, let's go a bit forward. We don't need to watch the whole dog fly over and over and over the whole time.
Much easier to lift dog in 0G or when falling, as no downwards force acceleration acting.
Yeah, 0G because it's all falling at the same rate. Because if the object is not imparting the same impulse as it did before, it would weigh less. Because what is weight, guys? It's simply the pressure of the object forcing itself on the surface.
Yeah.
That's why when you have a scale, it has a load cell. It's just reading the pressure in units. That's all.
We feel forces or acceleration, yet feel nothing when falling. Perhaps because we aren't being acted upon by a force or accelerating.
Look at what happens at a point.
See, this is what he did, buddy. This was his original. Let's hold the bottle, and when we accelerate, the water goes to the back.
Of acceleration. We ready? Uh-huh. Now decelerate.
Yeah, when you decelerate, it goes forward. Why? Conservation of momentum.
It's not hard. It's not hard, though, man.
I mean, like I said with my presentation, you stop the car and you have a bowling ball and a ping pong ball. Okay? The bowling ball will probably fly through the window once you stop the car. The ping pong ball won't even reach the window. Why? Which has more energy? It's crazy.
Right, we're just going to do that one smear.
Yeah, one smear.
One smear, man.
Even in the corner, making points.
Okay. And...
dazzle. We're ready. You camera on there, Marty? Yep. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Here goes forward.
Yes.
Water goes back.
Yes.
Hitting the brakes. Water goes forward. Yep. Here goes back.
Yeah. You see? And this is where he takes the false equivalence and says, we just turn it vertical, therefore Earth is rising up. So we can have the density layering.
It's not even the same thing.
Nope.
So,
Wow.
what we see in the situation there is that the air references the directionality of acceleration.
See? The air references the acceleration, the direction of acceleration.
Directionality of this acceleration.
So because air is getting less dense the higher you go up, therefore we're accelerating upwards. But Wally says he's not claiming an accelerating Earth, by the way.
Well, if he's accelerating upwards, why ain't his tires flat in his car? You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. It just, like I say, it brings in a lot of other variations. I mean, it's just hard to fathom what they believe. You know what I mean? Do they actually believe that? What about the sun? What about the stars? Is everything moving with it? Come on, dude.
Look at this. This is going to debunk his argument again. What is this?
I didn't mean variations. I mean variables. That's what I meant, not variations. I said variations. I meant variables.
What is that?
The balloon.
And which way does the helium balloon go?
Usually up the way.
Up. And which way did he say because of acceleration? Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what happens when you stick a helium balloon in a vacuum chamber?
Mm-hmm.
It goes down, correct?
Yeah.
It'll pop.
Yeah, well, it'll expand.
Well, if it didn't, let's say it doesn't pop. It would go down and land on the floor, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the heaviest thing in there, yeah.
Yeah.
And would the Earth still be accelerating upwards according to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
So, what is the main driving force of why we see the density layering then? Maybe the displacement of the densities and not the acceleration, as he puts it?
Exactly.
It's all based on impulse, guys. If you guys haven't already watched it, I do have a video. I made a whole presentation on it because I'm definitely not going to go through the whole presentation again. Let me quickly just show you where it is.
RDD explains it, doesn't it?
Because it is explained, guys. It's got to find out which one it was now.
Yeah.
Because it was me doing a presentation on it. Okay, it wasn't so far back. Density, Faulkner, Aaron Armstrong, Waterloo, Gravity. Was it? Did I really go that far back? Oh, no. Presents RDD. There we go. So here it is. If you guys want to see me presenting to you the presentation, explaining it to you guys, I'll put the link in the chat. Please do go click it. Do go search it if you want to go search it so you can watch it in its entirety as I explain it a bit better, because I explain it using Newton's laws of motion with impulse and momentum and everything just for you guys. You see a whole presentation going through it step by step just for everybody.
I'm definitely going to go back and watch it. So
yeah, definitely well worth it.
Yeah, I'll go back and watch that, definitely.
Because I go through the whole presentation properly, and I mean, with equation, guys, come on. Be proud of me. I actually give equations for you guys.
Definitely, because I haven't got a clue about the equation side of things.
Well, the equation is just simply F equals ma in its purest form.
Oh, right, got it.
Yeah. So, that killed the argument quickly. 106 votes. Space is a joke. Yes, 41%. No, 52%. And it has to be 8%. Andrew Cole says, sorry, but I think Dal has a point in what he's shown. Yeah, like I said, he's got a point in showing that he makes a biased decision on ignorance, not understanding the mechanics behind why it happens. He took that demonstration, which is brilliant, but he says this is the reason why we have density layering. You understand? It's a false inference. He doesn't go and actually see, why do we see this layering? He doesn't go a step further. I go back and I say, this is the reason we see this. When he's driving in a car and accelerating, there's a thing called conservation of momentum.
Yeah.
You required a force for the acceleration to happen. You have something called impulse. He doesn't go that far. He just said, oh, I drive with a bottle. This is what it shows when I move or stop. Not understanding the mechanics behind it. And he just stops there and says, that's the cause. It's like boiling a kettle and saying, yeah, it was the heat. But you didn't go behind and said, if you didn't have the electricity to have the element to get heat up, you won't boil the kettle. You understand? Yeah. You actually have to go to the source. Jeff Gassett. So, Andrew, you think it's an accelerating flat Earth? All good power to him if he thinks that. But I really do think he should go and look at the presentation and understand why it's not. I mean, like
if they do, can't they come in and explain it to us? Like what happens with the sun and the moon and that, if it's accelerating. If they believe that, surely they've got some ideas of what goes on.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't even need to go that far. I mean, Dal's own demonstration shows it wrong. I'm going to try and show it again, just for those that missed it.
I'd just like to know what they think.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Again, look at this. I'm going to try and explain it while we're going through it as quick as possible. I don't know if I must quickly maybe slow it down also a bit. Okay. Watch it moving. Now it's dropping. He's already dropping it. According to them, it's the acceleration of the rising Earth that is causing this. The bottle is already falling, correct? So why are they moving out? They're supposed to stay in this position according to him. Because the bottle is decelerating because it's not moving. the Earth is rising up towards it. So where it is now in this position, it should stay there, but it doesn't. While it's dropping, this is still going down and that's still going up until it reaches the same accelerator values. Then it doesn't anymore. You understand? Whoopsie. I mean, really. It's going to do it again. Yeah, no one knows how the luminaries work. That's a true statement. How would you know what the luminaries even are? Let's drop it again. Come on. Air bubble. Sinker going up. Come on. That going down. Now drop it. Gonna turn around first, I guess. Okay, it's turning around and dropping it. There we go. Okay, come and drop. There we go. While it's dropping it, it's still moving. Still moving. Still moving.
Whether it's Andrew, whether it's acceleration or constant motion, it's still got to be moving up into something.
Spuddy tail. Spuddy's face was on astronaut. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, there's not supposed to be any movement at all, according to their claim, because it's based on the acceleration. And we saw movement even though while it's falling. So therefore, it's not Earth rising up to the bottle. Plain and simple as that. Okay. So yeah, that's quite as simple as I can put it. I don't know how much more simple I can make it.
The bottle drop tards are all wet.
Hey, SI man, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Gas discharge. You guys all rock. Thank you all for coming. Ooh, top chat. I think she put in live chat. So anybody that wants to let us review some kind of space video, let us know. More than happy to chat. Or if you want to come and chat about it, please do come. TB, I agree. The Earth rising up argument is very dumb.
Took the words right out of my mouth, dude.
They debunked themselves with it. We've explained the mechanism on why we see the things we do. They might as well just be globers when they push it at this point. Because they're doing exactly as the globers.
The burden's on him to prove that it's moving. Until then, it's not.
Yeah. Well, he is trying, but every time he demonstrates it, he shows it's not the case.
Well, Einstein couldn't do it.
Nope. Einstein said no optical instrument demonstration will be able to do it, so.
Yeah.
Paul, the pandemic is real. There is a pandemic for not thinking. Very true. Yeah. Very, very true. Okay. I guess that's the stream then.
Yeah, I'm well, Simon. I'm good. I'm good, mate. Hope you're good, mate.
Where's Michael tonight?
Yeah, Mike.
Well, I know he was very tired. He hardly slept.
Yeah, he's probably just fell asleep or something.
He's had quite a few late evenings this last few nights, and he's not used to not sleeping. Maybe ate and went to sleep.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. So Neil, Neil?
Videos in chat, I think.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying nobody got videos in chat to bring up any spacey videos like.
Doesn't look like it. So Neil, are you coming right with your deposit for your car? I think he's working or something at the moment, so. I saw an interesting. Where was it? Have you guys realized how they're pushing aliens these days?
Yeah.
Not buying it.
No, definitely
no.
not. Project Blue Book. Have you guys saw Project Blue Book before?
Nope, don't think so.
Blue Bean.
No, Blue Book.
Not Blue Book. No.
Blue Beam is the holographic deception, but Blue Book is about government hiding alien files. Oh, Paul posted something Element. Awesome. Let's go check. When is the next MDD SI, man? When I have someone that's brave enough to debate me. They too scared to debate me on MDD. You know that. People are too scared to go on modern day debates and debate me.
Yeah. That one you had. Who was it? Who was it against again? No, it was 2 of years, wasn't it?
Leo and Mark Reed. Mark
Giraffe.
Reed runs away from me these days. He doesn't want to try and talk to me on MDD.
That was so annoying.
Sorry, what kind of file is this, Paul? I can't seem to open it.
When are you going to go against FTFE again? I like watching him get all hot and bothered.
Oh, I think we should have. I think we should cut him out of our lives completely.
Yeah, I've decided after the last time he got so drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's for the best that we don't really do a regular thing.
Fair dues.
Yeah. I mean, how much more dumb can we make the guy say anyway? Although it is fun, but I mean, I don't want to do a regular thing. I want to challenge. The guy's not a challenge at all. You know what I mean?
He's drinking to cover his pain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did tell me a while back Dave McKeegan wants to debate me. But Dave McKeegan hasn't come back to debate me yet.
Triangles.
Mr. Triangle McKeegan. Yeah.
Spherical exit. I love your avatar.
And Dave, Mr. Not a Professor Dave, still running away from me.
He'll never debate you. No. Never.
Conspiracy Cats still is running after that last disgusting thing he had that he couldn't even let me talk. He's still running away. I don't know. I just can't get people ready to talk to me. Even Phil Bell's too scared to face me on my own.
That's what I said. Yeah, the last time he faced you was when he had 5 other people to back him up, and all he did was talk crap, and he debunked himself.
Well, I know Michael's not here, so I'll step in for him. Phil, where's your credentials?
That's the one, man. You've got the right accent, you know what I mean? So you better come from here.
Phil, where's your credentials?
South Africa.
Is this where I'm supposed to go? File upload? Yeah, South African.
South African.
South African. Paul, maybe I should download it. Yeah, let's check. There we go. No, it's still the same type of file. What kind of file is it, mate? Maybe I can.
It's MP4.
MP4. Why is it not working? Nope. The selected file is extension that is not recognized by Windows Media Player. Properties. Nope, it just says type of file. That's all it says. Yeah, it doesn't give it just says type is file. It doesn't say MP4 or anything. Really weird stuff. Sorry to tell you that, but it doesn't work. But I know it's the moon or something you're trying to show.
It's the Russian remote moon lander. I just posted it in the Element. Try it on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
This is from AP News, so this is official from the
Oh.
Russian Space Agency. They put this on live TV, would you believe it?
Russia's unmanned Luna 17 spacecraft and a big step forward for Soviet scientists in Lenin's Jubilee year. The first self-propelled vehicle ever to drive across the lunar landscape is controlled from Earth.
I love the stock motion. I love the stock motion footage they're using.
Called Lunicard 1, and here's how this extraordinary Heath Robinson 8.
Wow. And this was supposed to be live.
Wow.
Did I understand that correct? You said it's supposed to be live.
Well, they showed it on TV. I don't know if they
rolled down
broadcast
from the
it live
spacecraft
or
onto the
recorded.
Sea of Rains. The size of the vehicle hasn't been disclosed, but it's been sending back television pictures and carries, among other equipment, a laser reflector.
Laser reflector. Laser reflector, guys.
Wow.
1970.
It's been used to survey the moon's surface. So now Soviet space experts have proved their theory that space exploration can
be done. Thunderbirds, go! It's crazy.
be carried out by automatic equipment without risking the lives of astronauts.
I want to know, how did they get it right to move the, like today we got very good capabilities with our wireless technology. In those days, how good was the wireless technology?
VCRs had wires on the remote control.
Yeah, I remember my first VCR. My first video you had to plug it in. You had to plug it in, and it had a long lead to it.
And they had wireless
For Russia,
broadcasting.
Lunicard is worth its weight in moon dust.
And they had wireless broadcasting in the 1970s. Okay. That makes so much sense. Yeah, anything from the Chinese space station is funny, guys. Who took the film? That's a good point. Who took the film? Yeah, wow. Thank you for that, Paul. Appreciate it. Faking space, there's money to make in it. Exactly, INFE. Good to see you. Sorry guys that tonight's so just chilled, laid back, got nothing ready to say. Because didn't really see what I can show.
What does that mean, Alan? I'm back. It says I'm back, but it says I'm back. I thought it was some kind of foreign word. But I realised what you did.
Hey, this is the footage I used for that one short I did. Look how fake everything is. Look how bent everything is.
Is that the one where? Oh no, I thought it was the globe where one part of it spins one way and the other part spins the other, but it's not, is it?
No.
No, that's pear-shaped, remember?
Oh yeah, of course.
This is like the Insta 360 kind of thing. This is where I referenced the other video of mine. Yeah, this is where I referenced my other. I think it was a short video. Let's see.
Wow, that's crazy. The shape of that coming in there. It's like it's rendering as it comes in.
Yeah. I think it was a minute-long video. There we go. Must be roll. It's this one. Obviously, you guys have seen this before. Adverts. Like Arnold. It's all CGI.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yep, it's a show. Exactly. Wait.
Wow.
Let's see some more fake space stuff. Ooh. Strato launches massive rock carrier plane. Completed hypersonic vehicle separation test. What music is this? Nope. Beautiful plane, by the way. Twin planes.
Is that a oh, it's got engines in it. I was thinking it was some kind of glider. It's a plane,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, then they drop the payload there and then it takes off. You know, like the X-15 rocket kind of thing?
Right.
Yep. This is them testing it.
I'd like to do a
Who's left or right? That's crazy. Or do they have a handle each? One guy can turn left and the other guy can only turn right. What's going on?
You got the pedal, isn't it? One pedal's one side, one pedal's the other. They just lean wherever they want to bank. You know what I mean? Bank left, bank right, lean right, lean right.
Imagine these guys have an argument.
Well, what if they're arguing about where to go and they fight over the stick? Yeah, and they don't know which way to go. I want to go left. I want to go right.
Well, whoever can pedal the fastest, you know what I mean? Whoever can pedal the hardest wins, you know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking plane, though.
It is, though. I'd like to try a glide. I'd love to go up on a glide and just glide down. That'd be brilliant.
I think it's crazy.
I'd like to try paragliding, like a hang glider or something.
Hang gliding.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think. If I was daring enough, I'd like to try one of them, them flying squirrel suits. That'd be brilliant.
Oh yeah, those flying squirrel suits look fun.
Oh, I tell you, it'd be such a rush, wouldn't it?
It'd be like flying, like Superman.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I'm a Superman fan. That's why my hamster was called Kal-El.
Yeah. Okay, we got 118 votes, guys. Space is a joke. Yes, 41%. No, 51%. It has to be 8%. So people who say space is not a joke should be able to come provide us evidence of space, being as they claimed it to be. Don't you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They keep coming in the polls, blasting the polls to their side of things, but they never come and present anything, talk about anything, argue about anything, debate anything. It's like they've got nothing.
Yep. Joe Rogan on the space is fake conspiracy. How about that? You guys want to watch that?
Yeah, why not? That sounds good.
Don't like Joe Rogan.
Joe the Joe.
Guys, if you haven't already, please do hit the likes and share the show.
Like.
Okay, let's see what the Rogans has to say. Hey, into the break. Good to see you, mate. Japan takes tiny first step towards space elevator. I remember I was still in primary school when this elevator thing was pushed. They said by 2015 we should have had the elevator, or 2010 already. And then
I remember they had
a
they had a competition for people to come up with the best way of doing it, didn't they? Surely did. I saw it on TV one few years ago. but they had a competition to see who could come up with the best elevator design.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I can't remember who won.
I remember that, yeah. And still no elevator to space, guys. Still nothing.
Oh yeah, that yeah. It was meant to be a moon lift, wasn't there, and things like that.
Hey, where's Wally? Don't you want to come in, hop in, and have a chat about space?
Oh, where's Wally?
Yeah, he's in chat. He's saying, "Is it just only you two still yapping?" So where's Wally? What do you think about my spacesuit, dude? Do you like it? It's more realistic than NASA.
Definitely. And there's no like gaffer tape or anything on it, is there?
Where's Wally? I see him. He's behind the Earth curve.
Keeping his head over the old physical curve.
Yeah. Okay, let's carry on with listen to what Rogan has to say.
I'm not getting in that thing. It would take a few years before I'm willing to climb into that sucker. But
so the other problem with conspiracies, just to get back to that for a moment, is the problem of anomalies. What do you do with anomalies? This is true in all science. No theory explains every single thing that's out there that we want to study. There's always going to be some like quirky thing that the main theory here that explains all these things.
Doesn't he sound exactly like Joe Rogan to you?
Yeah.
I thought Joe Rogan was talking until I saw this guy. Just listen to his voice.
Here, it doesn't account for that. Mm-hmm. Okay, what did we do with that? Well, my joke is you assign it to a grad student. They let them figure it out. But what outsiders mistake is that, well, my theory...
He sounds a lot like Joe Rogan. Really weird. Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, guys, think about it. Where's Wally? You are in chat. You are complaining about the show, so come and make it a better show. Come and talk to us about space. The link is in my description box. Would be great to have a globe defender actually coming to defend space. How's that?
Explains this little anomaly, so therefore it should replace this theory. And so people like Neil and Sean Carroll, Lawrence Krauss, Michio Kaku has like 2 web pages. One, he has a link on his web page. If you have an alternative theory of physics, go to this page. So they go there, and it has your theory has to explain all of these things over here that our theory currently explains, and your whatever your said anomaly is. And of course they can't. So it's not that science.
So in other words, if you can't explain something, therefore ours is just right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So what's gravity? Oh, we don't know. Okay, there we go. So gravity. So
the rate.
Yeah. So based on his argument, we can just throw gravity away because no one knows what gravity is. Correct?
That's right.
But what do they keep doing? They keep recreating, saying gravity might do this, gravity does that, it might be that. That's what keeps changing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why these guys don't understand what science is. And this is why they sit in the hole they sit in today. They have to keep changing everything because they need to keep to the narrative that they push from the beginning.
Scientists are dogmatically closed-minded to the anomalies. It's that we can't explain everything, and you don't have to do anything with that. Just leave it there. Maybe eventually they'll pile up, and there'll be a new theory, like with Einstein's relativity. Okay, there's enough anomalies here, like the orbit of Mercury and a few other things, and so we have to modify Newtonian physics.
So we have to modify Newtonian physics. Congratulations, making my point. So therefore it wasn't science then. Yeah. Where's Wally? Yeah, I might just go and watch the latest spacewalk instead. They just installed another Arasa roll. We actually watched some of it live. It wasn't very impressive, Where's Wally? But like I said, you can always come on and actually defend your space nonsense. Or you can just be a coward and run away like you always do.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Physics a little bit. Okay, that happens. But for the most part, like, and so conspiracies are filled with these things. Like the moment something big happens, you go back and, okay, but there's this weird thing here. How do you explain that? I don't know. We don't have to explain everything.
Yeah, which you just said you have to. Didn't he just say that? You have to explain it. If you're replacing the physics or whatever, you have to explain it and then some. Now he just says, I don't know, I don't have to. That's a bit double standards, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, into the break, let me show where's Wally. Ooh. There we go. Where's Wally? Come. You can come and join me. I'll give you a spacesuit as well. How's that sound? Do you also want a spacesuit? As you can see, I'm floating into the Milky Way at quite astonishing speeds at this moment.
Yeah, man. Warp factor. No 17,500 miles an hour. Yeah. Warp factor. Maybe factor 9.
17,500 is for sissies, man.
I think that's like Star Trek Next Generation kind of fast. You know what I mean? Warp factor 9.
Flatzoid, my suit's old tech.
Make it so.
Do you know that there's a growing movement that think that the space is fake?
Space is fake. No, this is different than the flat earthers.
Google hashtag space is fake.
Oh, no.
Hashtag space is fake. It's people that are so fucking stupid. The flat earthers kicked them out.
Shit.
No, let's put it this way. When we say space is fake, we don't mean we can't see space. What we're saying, space as it presented to us as a vacuum is fake.
Yep.
That is what we're saying. So yeah. I don't know how people don't understand this. If you're claiming space to be a vacuum, then that's fake. Because it violates natural law. We definitely see stuff up there. There's no one's doubting that. It's what you claim it to be.
That's right.
So yeah, that's wow. But I love that. It just says, oh, so you're just stupid, and they starts laughing. That's a great argument, by the way, Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For real. Flat earthers kicked out the space is fake people. Space is fake is,
oh my God.
They're the most skeptical.
So what?
Sorry, last time I checked, space is fake, not as is part of flat Earth. So how does a flat Earth kick them out? And how do you kick out anyone? We don't kick anyone out because you don't belong to anything.
That's it. It's going on like it's like it's a thing that we can a cult that we can be in that you could also be excommunicated from and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. No one's part of a club or anything, dude. So there's no from kicking out or anything. What the hell?
What would be the upper atmosphere? Would be the edge of
It's
the
all
universe.
bullshit. It's all fake.
That's the end.
And it's tied in some weird way to religion, which is really interesting. Because even the flat earth people, there's a tremendous amount of them that are extremely religious. And they talk about the firmament, and the Bible,
right.
and the Bible, and
and the Bible.
The Bible. The Bible. Yeah, did you hear that into the break? The Bible.
It's the Bible.
Man. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, there's definitely a firmament. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gas to breathe at the moment. You need containment. You should try it sometime. Maybe someone can still demonstrate to us gas pressure without a containment. Still waiting for that.
this is what's really going on, is that they're trying to keep us from the knowledge that God has created this place as a very special place.
Right.
And so by pretending that it's round, they somehow or another are controlling us. They're
Right.
thinking that we're not exceptional and we're not
boy.
lucky. Space.
Well, that is the heliocentric narrative. You're not created with a purpose. You're just by chance, and you're an infinitely small speck of dust in this large, ever-expanding universe.
That's it. Price of Adam, how you doing? Can I just say to everybody that Price of Adam's fist bumping everyone, but he's just not doing it individually because he said it. Fist fest. So just letting you know that he's fist bumping everyone.
Space is fake.
They're using a video from that Ryan Gosling's movie he just made about Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon.
Yeah.
Just be like, this is look, here's proof. This
Oh,
is
I
how they
see.
fake
This is
everything.
faked.
It's like they're making a movie.
Because
they're literally making
the way they made the movie that's evidence that it's fake.
because he's wearing it. I don't know if maybe this person doesn't recognize that as being Ryan Gosling right there.
Mm.
He's got
What?
This is how NASA takes everything. This is a video I was talking about. Guys, you need to know it's all a big act. So in other words, he's saying, look, they can fake it. He's not saying this Ryan Gosling is an actual astronaut. He's saying this is how they fake it. So this is them misrepresenting what this Asiano guy is even showing. Can you believe it?
Well, most actors have got part-time jobs, haven't they? Just in case they ain't got work. So why not be an astronaut, dude? You know.
a NASA suit on.
Maybe it's just a troll account. This is
it
how
could also
NASA
be
fakes
that, yeah.
everything. This is the video I was talking about, guys. Now you know it's all a big act.
At Flat Earth.
Hashtag
You should,
space is fake. Click on space is fake, though.
This is what I'm on. I'm on the whole.
Yeah, but I
thread
mean,
of-
click on it because there's a bunch of other
Yeah, no,
ones.
I'm on that thread.
There's a tremendous amount of people that literally believe that space is not real.
Space as a vacuum, as it's presented to us, is fake. Very simple stuff.
Google
No,
a video of how Buzz Aldrin and how he deals with the no moonies that we never went to the moon. There's a video of Buzz Aldrin punching a guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, Botchabel.
Yep.
Because he
Yeah.
refused to just swear on the Bible that he went to the moon.
So
I mean,
that's what moonlight deniers are called. No moonies.
New moonies.
Nice.
Yeah. I think just if they were honest, they would have just said, yeah, we did go. I solemnly swear. I didn't have to put his hand on the Bible. Just solemnly swear
right.
he went.
That's right.
The
That's
sad
right.
thing is today he keeps telling everybody in their face they never went. And what's the pushback? Oh, he's just senile. He's old. Don't take note of what he says. He's a drunkard.
That guy, I had dinner with that guy.
You did?
The guy he punched. Yeah, I was a firm believer that we never went to the moon.
You
for a
were?
long- yeah, you know, this is what happened. I watched that Fox documentary.
Yep.
The Moon Conspiracy Theory.
Yep.
Did we go? And I was like, holy shit, because it was on television. And this was
Because it was on television. So you believed it. Okay. When last did anybody watch something on television and said, I believe it because it was on television?
Ooh, yeah.
In my opinion, he's sold out for his YouTube channel.
Apart from Rocky and Superman,
That's just my opinion.
I know Rocky and Superman are true stories, but the rest I know is like not real. You know.
Yeah, he sold out for YouTube. Makes a lot more money on YouTube, so.
96, 97. I remember I went to work and I told everybody, you got to see this documentary. It's crazy. We never went to the moon. And I watched that one and I watched this guy's, what is his name?
Bart Seibel.
Bart Sibrel.
Oh, yeah.
So I had dinner with him. He absolutely believes that we never went to the moon. 100% believes it. I don't know if he still believes it. I think he's like a cab driver or something now.
What? Cab driver, Bart Brown. What? I highly doubt he'll need to be a cab driver because he makes good money off of his books and stuff. He does act dumb, Derek, exactly.
He was involved in the news or local television or something like that, back where he's from. Then he released a documentary called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. And in his documentary, one of the things he did have is some really interesting footage of the lunar module where it looks like they're faking a shot of them being really far out. But then when they remove the covers from all the windows that were inside the lunar, not the lunar module, what is the one that the orbiter? It really looks like they're in low Earth orbit. And this is like
Yeah. It's easy to fake it. Very easy to fake that. Cab drivers are beneath him, apparently. Yeah. Speaking of beneath, Aaron Armstrong, if you're still listening, he tells me antipodal has nothing to do with up and down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do antipodal quickly on the Globie. This is your Globie. We're going to have a person here. And we're going to have a person here. Why? Because they're antipodal to one another, correct?
Yep.
That means a 180 degree difference. Now, that's antipodal. Is this guy's feet here and this guy's feet here?
Yeah.
Would they be opposite to each other? So he's down is towards his head.
Yeah.
And he's down is towards his head.
Yep.
So antipodal on your sphere is people upside down underneath you.
Yep.
You're welcome, Aaron. Because he was very adamant it's got nothing to do with it.
The main thing pointing to that, like, they couldn't get out of low Earth orbit. Then there was also the fact that they lost all of the telemetry data, which was the binary, the ones and zeros that show the position of the lunar module at every stage. There was a bunch of different things. The fact that no one wanted, especially Neil Armstrong, he became a recluse, never wanted to talk about it. You go and watch the press conference. The press conference, they look very shady. They look like they're completely full
but
of
Buzz
shit.
Aldrin's not like that. He talks to everybody.
He was a drunk for a long time, though.
See what I'm saying? Buzz Aldrin is now a drunkard and he's senile. Because he says we didn't go. How dare he? How dare his conscience catch up
He was
to him?
very depressed and became an alcoholic after the moon landing. And the idea is that in conspiracy circles, if I'm talking as them, the idea is that he got over it after a while and needed to make a living, and now he talks about it constantly. But Neil Armstrong never did. The thing that's compelling is,
hey Jamie C, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
That there's some faking going on. If you look at Gemini, was it Gemini 15? Michael Collins, there's an image of Michael Collins when they were testing some of the space walking stuff and some of the things that they would do to walk outside of a spaceship. They had them all strapped up with cables, and they're just experimenting with these things. They took that photograph and then blacked out the background, probably some overzealous PR agent. And
You mean when they're like in the...
Oh, so it's making excuses for them.
So basically what he's done there is he's claimed that flat earthers say space is fake and then glossed over it, really. He's not explained why we think it's fake or how it could be real. He's just touched on the subject because it's a sensitive one, and then jumped straight past it onto things in space.
Exactly, and now he takes...
Maybe he should prove the gas pressure without containment before he starts talking about things in space.
Exactly, and then now he takes this thing with Michael Collins and saying, oh, they're showing him on wires and putting it on. Now it's just a PR stunt, apparently. Yeah, it's nice. Defending the lies.
Pool
this
in
is
Houston?
it right here.
Oh.
So what it is like, so the first one is clearly he's in a studio and they're working on things and just trying to understand how all this stuff works. And the second one, they took the exact same photo and just reversed it and blacked out the background. And but this just...
He says this is just reversed. That doesn't even look the same. Look at the angles. Look at the lighting. It does not look the same at all.
No.
So that's false, Joe. Thank you, Face Reality. Good to see you, mate. Glad you could make it too. Thank you for your $2 super chat. Really appreciate this. Another question. Any antipodal proof anywhere? No. There's no antipodal proof for anything. So, a spacewalk in photo 2. That photograph is NASA picture. Photo 2 is also from Carrying the Fire and is allegedly a Gemini 10 spacewalk. But you can clearly see it's not the same photo.
It's like a crap spot the difference.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, he's much... that. How can you not see that's not the same? I mean, he clearly said it's the same photo, just flipped around, didn't he?
Oh,
Huh. Really weird. I mean, even that should give it away. Look at that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they didn't go to the moon. That just means that someone got a hold of some photographs and faked it. And it's way more likely that there was more of that going on than that people didn't actually go to the moon.
Or maybe they got caught out faking it. How's that? Ever thought about that before, Joe? Especially, hey, Flatzoid, look at me. Handstand. Thank you all for coming. Really appreciate you guys. 51 people watching. Please hit the likes. Share the show.
Definitely hit the likes, guys.
Hit the likes. It does help the show to get out further. Oh yeah, speaking of this, aliens, guys. I don't know if you guys watched this latest Las Vegas alien thing, where apparently they saw aliens in their backyard. And they didn't take a video. Odd. They took a phone call that's recorded. And when the police showed up, they also saw the aliens apparently. And they weren't allowed to film it because it's private property. But they also saw it. What fakeness is that? I mean, would you care about damn private property if you're filming an alien, for Pete's sake? It's crazy. So that I guess this was the show, guys. It was a 2-hour show at least, so
yeah, we've still got 2 hours. I mean, an hour ago you said that was the show, so we still managed. You know what I mean?
So any closing statements?
Well, I think we can concur. Well, I don't know if you guys will agree or not, but I'm saying no such thing as space. You know what I mean? Don't know if you guys agree, but no space. I might be on my own here. I don't know, man. I might be a bit controversial here, but I do not think there's such a place as space. Don't think there is, honestly. I don't.
Space as a vacuum can't exist. So what they're telling us is completely tosh in my eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but at least I've got someone else on my side.
You guys heard that. There's no Hoover 100 kilometers above us, okay?
Space doesn't suck. Gas expands.
But NASA sucks.
Yeah, that's one thing we've seen. They love taking space as a vacuum and straw manning flat earthers. Saying, oh, you guys think it sucks. No, we don't.
No, Spaceballs is funnier, though.
Exactly. Sorry?
Spaceballs is much funnier than their claim, though.
It is, definitely. Yep, space violates the second law of thermodynamics. And we still don't get anybody to actually demonstrate to us how gas can be held down inevitably without any containment. But they still make the claim.
Are you not sweating? You've been in that suit all night, that astronaut suit all night. You're not sweating, Flats, no?
No, remember I got air conditioning.
Aircon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aircon, yeah.
Of course you did. You got like the top of the range one, didn't you?
Yeah. I got top of range. See, even my hands can freely move inside. I can scratch my head. You see,
Nice. As long as you can scratch your head and your butt, it's all you need.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
You see, I can do this and
The suit I've got is all technology. They destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build the suit back again.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I based this on. You know, I got the processing power of a Nintendo DS. It seems to have worked really well, so I can travel back in time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Loving it.
I mean,
TARDIS spacesuit.
I mean, I just saw
in space.
I just saw Einstein in his spacesuit a few minutes ago, but I didn't film it because you guys wouldn't believe me. My snorkel, my snorkel is built in, Paula. It's invisible. It's one of those transparent snorkels. It's refracted, so you can't see it.
That's it. Right. You're doing all right. Yeah, nice one, dude. Nice one. Thank you very much, man.
Because when I was developing the spacesuit, they were very, very harboring on that it's compulsory to have the snorkel. So I had a whole bunch of paperwork and stuff on how I could design the snorkel to be, nice and chic, that you don't need to see it. So yeah, it worked really well.
So you got one straw for a snorkel and then one straw for apple juice. Oh, was that orange juice? It was orange juice. Wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't use that tang, as they put it, because I've seen a lot of astronaut my buddies, drowning on tang. So I don't use tang, and I'm in South Africa, so I'll just use beer.
Cooled by the air conditioning.
Where's my strings? My strings are green, lime green, so you can't see it. Yeah, guys. Well, I just want to say thank you for coming. I think that's the show.
Oh, well, cool. It was a good show. What was I going to say? And it was good to see everybody in chat tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in chat.
Yeah, shout out to you guys as well in Ellemnet. Really appreciate it all. And thank you everybody that supports the show, that you hit the likes.
Hit the likes.
Thank you for hitting the likes and sharing the show. You guys rock. And thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I need to go to bed now.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow I got a few things I need to do. I'm still working on my book. I want to build the Boma tomorrow, a Bri area. And I got a car to do a respray tomorrow. To help.
I was going to ask you if you'd done anything else in your book. I was going to ask that a few nights ago, actually, but I forgot about it. So. Yes, you've done a bit more on it then, yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting there a little bit. Every little free time I get, I do it. I'm looking forward to it because I want it to be finished at least by the end of the year.
Good.
PJ, quick question. Do you ever put your maggot in your mouth to make it wriggle more?
No. It was something I asked Harry, who taught me how to fish, if he'd done that, if he would do that, and he said he'd do that. I wouldn't do it. I don't need to do that. I don't need to. I can get them wriggling enough. I just roll them between my fingers and that stun them a bit, and then when they're in the water, they'll wriggle on their own. I don't need to wriggle. I wouldn't put them in my mouth. No way. Harry,
sorry, I had to ask.
Harry just said if it was a match competition, he would. But my own maggot, no, never managed to reach. No.
Yeah, that's like on a whole different level.
I think that was an admission of trying, at least.
When I was younger, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, Monkey Pop. The number of seals in the O-rings of the ISS would require full-time employee to march. Exactly. The seals in the ISS alone debunk the ISS in space, guys. You can take those same seals and stick it in a normal vacuum chamber here and maybe give it the same heat and cold, and you would see it won't last 5 minutes. It will become too brittle.
I was thinking, Flatzoid, like, how many people on average are in the ISS? Is it about 6 or 8 people?
Usually about 6 to 8. I think it's 6
Yeah.
to 10 people or 8. Yeah.
And how long are they up there for?
A few weeks to months. I think.
Mm.
I think the average is
So-
about a month or 2.
So 3 meals a day for 2 months, for 8 people. That's a lot of food. Where did they put all that food?
I think they just say they have them little snack packs and all that, little gels and
Still, ration pack boxes take up a lot of room.
Well, while
for
they
months for 8 people.
Well, think about it. They have space to take things like very serious guitars and ping pong balls.
Oh, science guitars. Yeah.
They have. It's very serious up there. Remember, they don't take it as a joke. So, they're very serious, as Don Petit says. So it's amazing how they got space for a guitar, but I find it really odd. So thanks, guys, all for coming. Really appreciate you guys coming.
Not a problem, man.
No problem, man.
Pleasure as always.
So I'll see you guys all tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I'll put a poll up tomorrow so you guys can decide what we can chat about tomorrow. So we can see. Hopefully, I get something we can discuss more in depth in the review, because I like the review videos.
Yeah, they are good.
So we should see what we want to review. So if you guys have anything you want us to review, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to look it up. So anyway, till tomorrow night, many, many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.